and subscribe to the channel. Appreciate you guys for being subscribers and to watching. Appreciate whoever that was waiting for me. Now, today, I know normally I got my hat and I got on like this, like a quick little shirt or something like that, but I am actually headed to church here this morning, and I threw on something that match what I have on, and we're going to talk about Microbrand. So we're going to just jump right in. Today's video is really inspired by a conversation that was being had between me and just they're not an enthusiast. They just buy watches. They like watches, but they don't know that much about it. So as we were discussing this, I thought about, like, sometimes I make the assumption that everybody that watches YouTube has some type of idea of what, the difference between micro brands and major brands are. And when I say micro brands, we're including like your web-based brands. Shout out to my man Skyler, that's his term. Web-based brands, as well as independents, and then your affordable brands. So you have AliExpress. You have companies like, this is a Cincinnati company, right? Microbrand, that actually took over the space that was a major brand back in the early 1900s. Well, look who. May 4th be with you, man. May the 4th be with you, sir. Yeah. I got three Star Wars pieces. That I said I couldn't decide, so I just brought three of them with me. Yeah, I'm wearing those. So, not a watch, not simple answer. No. If the watch costs $1,200, it costs $400 to wholesale. At the end of the day, when you want to sell, it's worth half what you buy. Star Wars week upcoming for me. What's up, Nerd with Swag? And I'm actually going to get into that snob, not a watch snob. But what I wanted to get into was, for example, I'm going to show you something. I'm going to just jump right in. No particular order of what I have these watches. So a company called Zellos, right? For those that don't know, right? This is a micro brand. I learned about this watch by watching YouTube, right? And you have, I'm not calling in particular channels, but I have written down a few channels that one channel has about 264,000 subscribers with over 25 million, about 25 million views on it, right? Then you have one YouTuber that has about 93,000 subscribers, around 62 million views, and another one at 82,000. The only reason I'll point this out is because between all of these, and then there's way more. You got one that has 1.2 million. You're talking about billions of views, and what they do. Some does storytelling very well. Some just does marketing. They'll showcase the watch, then they'll do a review, and you're left to decide, what should I do, right? And I'll say, just a few short years ago, it was like a mad race to try to get certain watches or save up to get a particular brand. So I'm just going to throw Rolex out there, because Rolex is going to always be the top of the topic all the time. I don't care what it is. Then of course there's others. It doesn't matter the quality or the finishing or movements inside a Rolex versus anything else. They wear the crown, best marketed, the most sought after watch, period. But for those that are in a range from $50 to, let's say, $2,000, and this is the discussion I was having with a watch collector, a consumer, and just random people. The difference between micro brands and your major brands, and I'm just going to take this topic right here. It costs them a certain amount, and then they charge double or three times the amount of what it costs them to make. Capitalism, you know what I'm saying? That's just the way business goes. It actually comes down to what you like, and sometimes, or a lot of times, our thought process is wrapped around what we see, advertising, marketing. For those that, if you just happen to come to this channel because I invited you, or you just happen to be scrolling by, um, if you are remotely interested in watches, there are so many options. I mean, you could be just a digital person, and I would say Timex and Casio will be the watch, because you're talking about $16 on Amazon. $16 will get you a watch all day. $16, $20, 30. You know, I don't. It just depends on the amount of money you're willing to spend, or that you're dedicated to spending on watches. Let me get into the chat. Yo, DK, what's going on, man? Welcome in, Hannibal. Welcome in. Can't stay long. Going to see Thunderbolt soon. Hey, tell me how you like that, because I've been seeing ratings on that movie. Microbrands are worth it unless you're worried about if they're worth it. Then they're not worth it. Does that make sense? Listen, you're going to always simplify it. Let me tell you something. So I use this watch for an example. Don't you see that is carbon, right? Same material they use in sports and racing and stuff like that. You have it on the dial, but you have companies that use this, watch companies that use this. So you got stainless steel case back, you got leather, you have this, you have a high beat movement, a Miyota movement, like it's a 9039, because it has a power reserve at the 9 o'clock. Now, the thing about that is, this watch has all of the elements and complications that some people may want. Some then they was like, well, you know what? I didn't even think about having a power reserve. You know, showing that power reserve on a watch. That's pretty cool, right? This is an inexpensive way to get into it, right? Other than that, if it's a major brand, it's going to be more expensive, depending on who it is. You know, because imagine, I'll just throw some names out there. So imagine if Oris did a watch like this, or Breitling. If Breitling did a watch like this in this variation, or Omega. If Omega did you're talking a bare minimum of $4,800, right? And I'm just going to give some feedback from a conversation I had. The term was, ain't no way. There's people out here that's like, that are just amazed that people will spend over $200 for a watch. You know, and again, I said this, I will say this one more time. I make the mistake of, when I pop on a video or I'm dropping it as if you already know or have some type of inkling of what the watch is and what you're looking for. Some people just have no idea. I shared this story during COVID, when COVID was coming to an end, and we started mingling, and I ended up going to a church, talking to a good friend of mine, and we were talking watches. He had on a vintage Timex, and I was like, "Wow, that's old. That's really old." We was having a discussion. Oh, was it Casio? Timex? It was one of them. Timex, or no, it was a Seiko. It was an old Seiko. It was like a '70s Seiko. And we're talking, and when I mentioned, I said, "Yeah, man, the prices of watches." I was talking about the Daytona. I said, "I watched the Daytona price increase during COVID." And when I told him what the price was, I said, "Well, the Daytona right now, man, shoot, if you got the stainless steel, it's like between 25 to 30,000." He said, "What company is that?" I said, "Rolex." He said, "What the heck is Rolex?" And he's a lot older than me. And I'm looking like, "You don't know, you never heard of Rolex." I couldn't believe it. I just couldn't believe it. I was like, "Come on, bro." But some people are out of it. They don't know. No more AliExpress watches. Trump just put $100,000 tariff on all products under 800 from China. Ooh. Now, you know what's swag? Because I know there's some people that are waiting for items, watch-based items, and they're trying to figure out how they're going to ship it without charging them more money. Nervous swag, are you serious? Per item or order? Ooh, per item. That's crazy. My next two purchases will be a celebration by an October watch wind up after surgery. That's what I'm talking about, bro. That's crazy. Usually, someone concerned about worth and value are trying to make sense of watch logically. The only way, hold on, let me pin that. So if somebody's watching this on replay, I want you to see what's been said. Usually someone concerned about worth and value are trying to make sense of watch logically. The only way to enjoy this is to accept that there is no logic behind what you can afford comfortably. That's one way to put it. That is, I mean, what's up, Thelonious? How you doing, man? Welcome in. Now, I do want to share this and just want to update because I received your comment and I brought this watch on purpose. I brought this to Seoul, 1938 heritage piece. This is from Tissot. This is a major brand. It's a name brand, right? Swiss-made timepiece. It's chronometer certified, and it is chronometer certified. I don't know if you were questioning if it was chronometer certified, or you telling me that it wasn't chronometer certified, and it is chronometer certified. I'll refer you back to Tissot's website to look up that particular watch, that particular movement. It is chronometer certified. And if it wasn't, then that means Tissot is false advertising. And it's been a company, it's been in business for too long to make that type of mistake. Welcome in, everybody, whoever just walked through the door. DK, a wealth of watch knowledge. I will agree. Now, we're talking about, now you just mentioned the Japanese brand. I'm going to give you guys an update on my Tendorial, right? I bought this because it was inexpensive. It was cheap, right? This was under $100. And this isn't the original bracelet that it came on, but it is reminiscent of that James Bond Omega. I don't mind wearing this. I understand that there are people that they absolutely despise the ripoffs. They do. But keep in mind, and I'm not here to tell you to buy or not to buy. I'm just giving you some understanding of what it is. In some cases, you have to think, what does somebody else's opinion have to do with what you like? Because if you like it, for example, if there's a watch, which there are plenty, think about if you saw an AP for the first time, just any model, or all the models, or Patek, 5811 or something. Let's throw something out there. Let's see, Richard Mille, or Richard Mille, however you want to pronounce it. If you see any one of these watches that are ranging from $10,000 to, let's just say $500,000, and you know for a fact, without shadow of a doubt, even if you sold your house, you couldn't buy one of these watches. What's the point of putting yourself through that misery and not just buying something that looks like it? And I get that's the advantage of homage watches now. The fake watches, on the other hand, that ties it to a whole different market, man. So me personally, I'm not buying a fake piece. To each his own, for those that want to do that. But so this piece right here, like I said, has an NH35. It works pretty well. It looks the part. I just changed out the bracelet on it. I took their little 5-link bracelet that they have and put this on it. I think this is a better look for it. And that's that. I like it. It fits the bill. Buy what you like, what you can afford. Yeah. Opinions are like holes. Everyone has one. That's true. Oh man. I'm a wealth of something, that's for sure. Don't get DK started, please. Don't get him started. Now the other thing too, I wanted to let me see. Hold up. Eric just said something. When I pick up a new watch, I almost immediately start shopping for straps, tariffs. Right? Yeah. And that's where we are right now in the market. That is where we are right now. And again, you guys that's on here right now, you guys are you're up to speed on most things, right? As far as watches is concerned. But I did want to I guess identify those people that are watching, those that I just literally in this restaurant that I'm eating in, I know I'm not sitting in my usual spot, but there was a guy that subscribed, or he was asking about the channel, then he subscribed, and then he had questions about, okay, what watches should I be looking for, this, that, and the other, and we're just having a general conversation, And that just, I love being in these type of environments because if somebody asks a question and we're talking about it, then like I just love having that interaction, man. But we can't assume that everybody is up on what we know, right? And even how to shop. So like this morning, I typed in affordable watches on Google, just a Google search. I didn't go to YouTube or anything. Now Google did recommend 4 YouTube channels, right? AMW was one of them. Y'all know who that is. Um, as far as like affordable watches, and I thought it was funny because I was like, well, he covered a range of watches. He has covered some affordable pieces, but there are channels that are dedicated to web-based brands, like the affordable end of the spectrum. Now, let's see, 16 people in here, 16 likes. Thank you. Yeah, hit that thumbs up, man. And if you're new here, if you're just watching behind the scenes what's going on, I just highly recommend that you go back and look at the rest of my videos or any of my videos and see if this is a spot you want to subscribe to. Maybe I'm behind on tariffs, but I stay buying watches. I found nothing but good deals, and I'm dumb and I usually slow. Well, how can I say this? Tariffs will not affect you, sir. All right? I'm going to just leave it at that. Tariffs don't affect you, so you wouldn't know. So just, you relax, man. Sit there, collect your watches, and look pretty. Jones shop prices are killing it right now. Big Mother's Day sale. Yes, I saw that. And I'm gonna tell you too, also, for those that don't know, I'll show you another thank you, Microbrand Islander watches. It's not running. Is it running? No, I didn't wind it up. But here's the beauty about this. You may or may not like this timepiece, but that's just the tip of the iceberg, because once you go type in Islander watches and you go down to where all of his brand, you can see what works for you and what don't. But he has like about 10 other brands or 15. I don't know how many other brands he got. He has some inexpensive, then he got some expensive. All of them I think are reasonable, but that you don't have to go too many places. That's the advantage of Islander watches. He puts out some great pieces, and I got several Islanders at home. Great work. Now, and there is a point where if you're an investor, if you feel that, or if you're listening to a channel and it's telling you how to invest your money with watches, I would tell you, before you listen to a YouTuber, a watch-based YouTube channel that's telling you this is a great investment, I would get the big picture first, because that's only a small portion of it, right? And I'm not against buying watches for investment. That's not my speed, but I'm not gonna tell you that it's a complete waste of time. But I'm just gonna tell you to get with an advisor before you make that decision, because I'm telling you, YouTube is very good for giving some information. And I heard one guy, he said, man, trust me, I'm a YouTuber. Bro, I was dying. I thought that was so funny, man. But it's just opinions. Like a lot of stuff I say, man, it's just my opinion. That's how I look at it. From my perspective, this is what I'm seeing. Right? So let's see here. What do I have over here? In my opinion, I'm going to show you 2 watches. I'm going to give my opinion about it. One of which, Seiko 5 to be exact. It's a blue that I like, right? I was going to buy this from Jones shop, and I end up getting this from Kokomo Watch Company. The guys just look out for me over there. Appreciate them. All right? And I think it's a cool watch, man. But it fails in comparison to my Glycine, the Airman, which you can go over to Ashford and whatever they got left. Ashford there's another place you can go to. Ashford has a great sale going on if you don't have a Glycine in your collection. And it's funny. I just want to say this too, man. You know what's funny is I've heard enthusiasts and people that that will get an audience to listen to their rhetoric on watch collecting. And history is big, and we're talking microbrands versus main brands. And that's one thing that microbrands does not have is the history, the heritage, the lineage. It has no history. New companies that are 5 years old, they haven't seen the world yet. They're not mature, right? They're not well known. In other words, marketing hasn't taken hold. Now, you talk about a company like Christopher Ward, and if you don't know what Christopher Ward is, I encourage you to type it in on Google first. Get the just read through, and then go to YouTube and look at all the videos, countless amount of videos that are available for you. There's thousands of videos on Christopher Ward timepieces, their history, what they make, and they're actually trending. If so, Watches and Wonders is just about over. That steam is just about over with now. I think I saw a couple of videos still talking about Watches and Wonders pieces, but like for the most part, this past week has been all Christopher Ward. Or at least that's what YouTube has been recommended to me. And Christopher Ward, for those that don't know, I don't consider that a microbrand. It's independent. They're over 20 years old. Hold up. Did I see my man just walking in? James, what's up, man? Making 300 profit off Rolex. Web brands are definitely worth it to me. Yeah. They're investments. If a watch moves, regardless of brand, microbrand, country of origin, movement, etc., then move on the watch. That you say that, Hannibal, but you got to keep in mind, and I will say that's just here on YouTube. And I did something yesterday, right? And I'm gonna tell y'all, stay tuned, because I'm gonna tell y'all there's two things coming to the channel. Just yesterday, I wanted to test something. So I put on, if you guys go to my post, I posted 4 watches that, hey, if you were to choose one of these homage pieces, which one would you guys choose? And I think I have to look at it, but the last time I looked at it, I think 39% of you guys chose the Omega homage, right? And I have an Explorer, and so it's between the Omega homage, dive watch homage, and that Explorer, right? It's between those two that people are really gravitating towards. And whichever one that wins, that watch will be chosen for me to purchase to actually showcase in a contest that I'm going to be in, right? And we're going to do it live. I believe it's coming out in July, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at that today, see what's what, and whatever wins, today is the last day for me. Whatever wins, I'm going to get that watch, and then we'll talk about it, right? I'll showcase it or whatever. But here's the deal. You say that, man, if watch moves you regardless, man, there's so many people that want to move on a watch, and I've had these conversations. They won't, because if you post your watch to like Reddit, if you post a homage watch to Reddit, you're about to get lit up. There are certain micro brands that I've seen get lit up, man. Hey, I'm gonna tell you, my man Adam Flederman, right? From Flederman Environment, I have 2 of his pieces in my collection. He uploaded something to Reddit. Boy, when I tell you, man, they wiped him out. They told him everything, but like, kill yourself, man. And I'm pretty sure if I go back and look, they probably in there. People are not feeling microbrands, and then you see other people like, shoot, I kind of like that. I'm gonna just kind of sit back. Maybe I'll buy a Timex. You know what I'm saying? And people do buy, like emotional buyers, and socially you want to be accepted. So I know this show, today's episode, this live, it was based around micro brands versus major brands. Should you get it? Shouldn't you get it? Should you not get it? And I can tell you this, man, like you said, you should buy what you like. That should be the ultimate answer. Buy what you like. For example, I'm going to show you something. This watch wasn't even advertised. There's only people know about this watch locally in Indiana. This is from the Kokomo Watch Company. They're a micro brand or independent. Can't call them web-based because it wasn't advertised. But It's reminiscent. Look at the coin edge bezel on this thing. It's a field watch. It has elements like a panerai where the sandwich, like the dollar sandwich, there's a loom disc underneath there. Great loom on it. But then when you get to the back of this watch, dual deployment class, right, milled, and it has the elements that a lot of people like on other watches. They looking for specs. But I'm gonna say this: screw the specs. This watch is comfortable. It's a 38 millimeter. I enjoy it and I love what it meant. This right here is an heirloom for me because when I hit 3,000 subscribers, they gave me this watch. They gifted me this watch. So yeah, everybody's not gonna go for this. And when they sold out, it was local. Nobody's reviewed this watch, I don't believe, on YouTube. It's not going to be in the main public's eye like that. They didn't brand it, they didn't market the watch at all. But it comes down to, and even before they gave it to me, they asked me what I thought. I was like, I like it. It looks like a great tool watch. You know what I'm saying? And I wear this thing to work on a regular basis. I enjoy the watch. I love what it means. Shoot, I even got, let me see, part of my like the serial number is right here. It has 3D in there. It's part of the serial number. All right, let's get back into the chat real quick. Hey Trap, had to come on in today. Father's Day is coming up. What's recommended? Do you have recommendations? Do I have for watch? Oh man, you know what? I'm gonna tell you something that I love. I love pens. I love watches and pens, man. A really nice everyday watch and a pen, a great pen. And shout out to my man. Like, I got this pen from Trifecta, but this pen writes pretty well. I love watches and pens. Watches and pens, and even if you bought like a matching tie, if he's into dressing with the shirts and stuff like that, oh, that ensemble, chef's kiss. God dog it, man. That is fire. So that's just me. You know what I'm saying? It's funny. On Father's Day, I remember when the kids were younger, I would always get like socks. But my kids knew back in the day, though, they used to get me those Nike socks, those compression style socks with the little colors on the back. Yeah, you can match it with everything. They used to get me those. I loved it. And of course, my hats and stuff like that, man. But yeah, I would say like a good watch, a nice pen. And I'm not talking about combo set either, because I personally, if I'm going to give the father or a guy that's a dad a watch and a pen, I'm picking that pen out, right? And it's going to match the watch for the most part, but yeah, that's just what I do. That's what I do. Ramon, I'm still rocking my Brew Metro. It's glued. Yeah, man. That thing's nice. You can't take online opinions too seriously. Your average watch nerd is a pasty-faced liberal. Hey, that's DK for you. I'm wearing my Tudor Pelagos 39. It's good Sunday. All right, what's on your wrist? All right, so let me do my wrist check over. I have on my Cincinnati's field watch. One of my favorite pieces, and that bracelet came off of Amazon. Engineer bracelet came off Amazon. I think it's great. I'm gonna actually put this on some leather. I'm gonna put this on some leather too. Like the onion bezel and that one. Yeah, man. You don't buy a watch for someone else. You buy what you like. I go, yes, right, man. You have to buy what you should, but you shouldn't buy because what others like. Okay. So here's the deal. Okay, let's just talk about this one thing. You can't deny this fact right now. The most talked about watch right now is Rolex. That is the only thing that's important right now. And there are people that are seeing this, and Rolex and Tudor went up by 5%. Or was it 3? 5. I think it's 5%. They already had an increase at the beginning of the year. I think right before Watches and Wonders. Rolex did. I don't know about Tudor, but my thing is, and again, I am not here to knock or sway your decision one way or the other, but I'm telling you, from a social status, from a status of wanting to be, I guess, in the conversation or in the now, let me tell you this. The only people that are risk checking are people like us. And we're like a grain of sand on the beach when it comes to the millions of people that's out here in the world. Nobody really I risk check. I look and see what people. I'm like, but I'm one out of how many people, bro? Like if I had to do the math, one out of 50, 60, 75, 100. I don't know. One out of 100 people. They're not risk check. Matter of fact, I'm gonna tell you this. I want to say it was 3 years. Matter of fact, this was right after COVID when we got the green light to go out and hang out. I mentioned this yesterday with some people. I did guerrilla marketing with my channel. And what I mean by that is I went out to the street and I was talking to people. I was doing surveys. I was just talking to folks. Man, I went to a mall and I had to have seen, you know how many people could be in a mall? And I'm talking to folks, I'm asking questions like, hey man, what do you think the most popular watch is? Someone was like Casio, someone was saying Rolex, someone was like, You know what I'm saying? I was like, and I said, hey, do you think you could spot a Rolex if you see? Like, I had to look at it, study it, but like most people don't pay attention to this. And this is information that's like information I received in a mall in my area. So you think about in my area, it's not gonna be your area, but there may be some similarities. Where I live, the most important thing to them, for most people, like you seen it, the jewelry stores weren't packed at all. Matter of fact, some of them actually closed the doors because people wasn't shopping. Finish Line, Champs, Foot Locker, boom, things crowded. Lids, things crowded. On the other end, you had Bath and Body Works, Victoria's Secrets. Boom, them places are crowded. Everything else, then Macy's is crowded. They has a number of things. But then I sat there and I literally sat in there and was taking notes. How many people walked up to the Glass Hut part? You know, the Ray-Bans and stuff like that. Number of people. A lot of people around Cologne. But they were like, it was sprinkled when it came to the jewelry section. I didn't see, the jewelry section was packed. The watch, 1 or 2 people. You know how many people? Thousands of people walk through this thing per hour. Thousands. It's crazy. Let me say I agree with that for sure. Always buy with you, no matter what kind of watch. Yes, you gotta buy what you like, man. Trap, should I buy the Swatch Omega? Quit asking me questions you already know the answer to, sir. You already bought the. Listen, y'all. For those that are watching that don't know Jay Jones in the building, if Jay Jones asks you a watch question, 10 times out of 10, he's already purchased the watch. That's right, I said 10 times out of 10. So it's a definite. He bought that watch just as much as he breathed today. Yes, I'm actually about to get ready to go to church now. What is your one watch that hits all the marks? Ooh. That's a good question, man. You know, I'm at a disadvantage, man, because I have a number of watches that really just hit for me. Let me see. Now, y'all know I'm a Loom junkie, but Loom isn't that important. Not as important to me. Let's just say I'm much. Man, it's hard because I need to watch it. I have 10 watches that I'll say this, but this is one that just hits for me for a number of reasons, and I'll explain. It doesn't have a Loom on it at all, but this watch hits me so hard, right? Because it's chronometer certified, and just the testing that goes into it, the craft of it. It's a remake of a watch that, like, and I said this before. When my family, like my descendants, when this watch was being created, had been created, originally they weren't able to afford it. It was hitting over $200, you know, back in the 30s. And then Tissot, with this watch, survived a very economic struggle that we had, the Great Depression, of course. And so this one, historically, and I know some people don't buy it because of history, this one is a history lesson for me, and I love history. I love knowing about stuff, and that one hits the marks. And I take your question like this, because I was asked this before: if if I had to delete every watch and just wear, which is an evil question, I think, but to wear one watch, what watch would I choose? And I would choose that one. I think in that my top five, my Glycine 2. This is another one that hits marks for me, man. Gosh, man, a 24-hour dial on this thing, man, and the fact that Vietnam helicopter pilots were trading in their Hamiltons for this watch, which I like my Hamilton too, but the Hamilton fails in comparison to my Glycine, man. So that's final answer. I'm gonna say my Tissot Heritage. That'll probably change it in a week. I'm a fan of pens, but I have gone off the deep current stick. Ooh. Hey, I saw the zebra pen, bro. Zebra pens are essential, bro. You know how many zebra pens I get? Oh, DK, when I saw that picture you posted, I said, that's a zebra. I know that's a zebra. I know that is. That zebra pens are it. They are it. And I'm telling you, I use mine in Iraq. You can use it for more than writing. I'm going to just say that. Leather will be found at, yes. About what I like. I do consider it being an asset extended value. It's, yeah. Hey, you know what? Mont Blanc pens, yeah, those are nice. They're expensive, though. If you're ever using a urinal next to me, best believe I'm 100% checking out your watch. And they thinking, you looking, they be like, bro, what you want? Like, just checking out your watch. I can see DK, you weird, bro. Parker pens. He said, nice piece. Boy, I almost said something wrong just now. They don't call me the General Lizard King for nothing. Oh my gosh. Don't please, why y'all get him started, man? No, you say what's hanging. Oh my God. Oh my gosh, man. Oh man. Interested in water resistance? Y'all terrible, bro. Rolex is the most recognized brand, the most recognized being the sub, yeah? Everybody's laughing. Gotta go, guys. All right, man, check it. Hey, I'm about to get up out of here anyway. Trap you right. Peace. Lady Santana, okay, boys, gotta run. Thank you. Thank you. Thunderbolts was great. Okay. I haven't been to church in years. Yeah, I'm trying a new church this morning. The Burgundy Tudor is fire. Yeah, I like that one. You ordered the, which one? What did you order? You ordered the Tudor? I like that piece. At wrist unwound, grew, oh yeah. There you go, wrist unwound. What's going on, boy? Yeah, hey, you know what, Tyree? You encouraged, one day you were talking about, you were doing your show, you did a video and you mentioned scriptures, right? And I got into the book, man, started reading. And yeah, man, that's a part of my life that I need, especially right now. And I'll update you guys on some stuff, man, because it's been a struggle for me. Guys wearing smartwatches on Saturday night. Yo, Invicta Bama's in the house. What's going on, boy? Welcome in. Thanks for being here. Read the word daily. I do, man. I get up every morning, man, and I don't read it. I let it play out while I'm like kind of laying there getting myself together. I know my hair. I got my oil on there, boy. Yeah, no hat today. So this is what I want to say. Always feel free to hit me up online. Hey, I need to talk to you anyway, man. I'm gonna send you my number, man. I'll let you, Tyree. James, most times I double wrist an Apple smartwatch on right wrist, regular. Yeah, a lot of people do that. What do you think about Max leaving Watch Crunch? End of an era. I do. That was a bittersweet, man, because I love what Max brought to the table. That video, and I had sent him a message. I think that video, like watching it, was painful for me. I was like, dang, because you can see the emotions on his. I'm like, And you know, I think sometimes as a viewer, people don't really grasp the like how much energy and time and passion and belief that somebody has when they put it forward and putting yourself out there, man. Like you're really putting you out there. Your thoughts, man, your opinions, all of this stuff is out there. Your like, and there's certain things that's personal, but people like they make an assessment of you, you know, maybe in the first 10 to 15 seconds of listening to you talk. But he has amassed so much with Watch Crunch, and that's the only reason I was on Watch Crunch, man, between him and Skylar. And yeah, man, to see him gone, I was like, ooh. And that just it for me it hits home. Now I've never been attached to or sponsored by anybody or had anything, but y'all know I support it, I recommend it. I was rocking with Invicta for a long time, and then like there was no payoff coming from the actual company. They didn't ask me anything, but there were times where like you go on a cruise or something like that with them, or you go to an event and you do your thing. Y'all see me, man. I got too many videos where I was representing this company, man, and a representative came back to me and told me what the CEO of Invicta said, and I was like, I was crushed, bro. I was like, yo, okay, all right. So, you know what I'm saying? And it was one of the things where my wife had been telling me some stuff, man, and I was like, yup, hard head, soft behind, you know what I'm saying? So, let's see. Yeah, so overall, to answer your question, I really didn't care. I thought it's jacked up. And I was going for my, I just gave up on the badge system after that. I just don't have I still post over there, but I was like, man, that's jacked up. Microphones are fantastic. Therefore, to get something special for fractions. Okay, yep. Yeah, that's right. And then plus you get to know these people. You get to contact them anytime you want to. Well, not anytime you want to, but like you'll get a better response from them versus if I reach out to somebody at the Soul. I'm gonna get a rep. I'm not gonna get the founder, which of course they're passed on. No, a wooden sundial. Bro, it was a mutual beneficial business. He used Watch Crunch to push the business channel. He came out on top. That is one way to look at it. I don't know what the ins and outs was. I could tell he was upset about it. But he's a YouTuber. That's like, they perform, bro. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to perform. But I just felt that it was like, it could have been a lot worse than what he was portraying. He's probably pissed off like, dude, after all I done, this is what you do to me? Yeah. Always risk time. But Deep Blue, yeah, Deep Blue is underrated, man. Deep Blue is slept on. Can you be too committed to these brands? That's what I think towards. And you can't undo it, man. Like, because as long as you tap into this, you're going to be. I'm gonna tell you who hypnotized a lot of people, man. DK, yup. That dude hypnotized a lot of people, man. Y'all got to be careful with that guy. But if you're subscribed to his channel, it's too late. If I'm telling you this right now, what was that movie? Get Out. It's too late, man. That man, every time, like, you don't understand, he's stirring some tea every time you watch his video and you sucked in. You in the sunken place with DK. Oh yeah, that Wolfwinder is legit, man. Max does not come out on top. He is getting pushed out of an app that may start. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know the ins and outs. I was about to say something about Invicta Bama. I was about to say something to you. Gosh, I was about to say something. I don't know. So this is gonna be my stopping point. We're at 44 minutes. I'm about to go to church. I'm about to, you know what I'm saying? Y'all pray for me. I'm gonna pray for y'all and stuff like that, man. But I want to say this because you guys are still here. I have 2 things coming to the channel. Well, there will be 3 things in total. But there is 2 things. One of which y'all probably wouldn't even expect this to come to the channel, and something that I actually like, where there's other people in YouTube land that don't like it. But that's been the basis of my channel anyway, really, because I've posted some watches here that people don't like. And for those that said they hated Invicta, let me give y'all a little tidbit. I have one short that I posted like what in 2022, right? I had paid no attention to it. I did the video, whatever. It's over Gladiator, an Invicta Gladiator. Now there's some people that hate it, there's some people that love it. And that thing has over 50,000 views. I said that's crazy for a short. I've yet to duplicate anything like that, but that one, my expectations on that video, I figured that it'd get about 300 to 400 views. That was my expectations of it. Man, that thing went over 50K, man. And it's still, like, I still get like 1,800 views on it per month, right? It's crazy. People are still gravitating towards that watch. So the watch that I got coming in, it was inexpensive, but yeah. Brace yourselves for this one. That's all I'm saying. Because I like the watch. Then there's another one. Now, this other watch that's coming to there, I actually get to interview and we'll talk to the founder of this watch company. That one is going to be, I can't wait for this one. So those two of the videos are coming out next week. As soon as the watches arrive, of course, I'll do the unboxing and talk about it. One that the unboxing is going to be the initial, that's it, that one video. I may show it on the short, but that one's going to be one video unboxing, my review of it, and my excitement for it, because I can't wait to get, oh my gosh, you don't understand. And and the one thing about this watch that's coming in, I love it so much because the industry hates it. They hate this watch. I've seen it, boy. Y'all big YouTubers out there been dumping on this watch. Like, why? Yeah, can't wait to get that thing. Some of y'all are thinking, like, what is he talking about? Some of y'all probably already figured it out what I'm getting. Prayers to you, Trap. Thank you, bro. Thank you. Have yourself a wonderful day. He's okay with making it, man.
Hello. Was it online or
Players gotta play.
Let me go check on it for you.
Any new watch startup brands? It's not. No, this one. So the company, if you're referring to the other company, this company has been in business for a while, for a nice while, a nice little time. So yeah, I'm excited to actually feature this watch. And just to give you another hint, it has been featured on other channels, but like not in a minute. Like there, as far as like what YouTube recommend, when I typed this watch brand in there, the latest video it gave me was a year ago, right? And then get this, I actually saw the watch company. I went to an event and they were there, and I was looking at it, and I enjoyed it. And now I got one of them coming here. I can't wait. Yes, sir. You talking about excitement? I'm excited for this, man. Oh my gosh. Man, you always mess with me, Jay Jones. He said, I need to take a break, but one more can't hurt. Just one more watch. Yeah. Let's see. What do you think of that watch? I bought an automatic swatch. First time I own an automatic swatch ever. Hey, this same System 51. Rock it out. I understand the pros and cons of that movement, but rock it out. You gotta rock it out, because you have to. At the end of the day, microbrand, major brand, web-based brand, it don't matter, man. What matters is what goes on your wrist that complements your lifestyle, complements the clothes that you wear. It makes you feel good, makes you feel accomplished because you worked hard to get it. Even if you inherited money, the person that left you the money, you buy an expensive piece, you can think about that person. I wouldn't have obtained this watch without them. However you get it, unless you out there stealing. If you're stealing, heaven help you. But if you obtained it the way that we obtained it, man, you have to dive in. You have to enjoy what you're doing, man. Like, what's the point? Everybody has an opinion. Every YouTube channel out here is going to promote what they like the best, man. And I'm going to promote watches that I like. Y'all see that. But then I'm going to be promoting a watch that the industry don't like. You're going to see that too. So I'm out of here, man. I got to go to church, man. What time? Remember Jim Skelton? Yeah, of course. Yeah. Unsealed. And everyone else, I still have. Oh, Bama, I'm gonna get over with you, man. We'll play that one day. All right. So I'm out of here. Thank you all for watching, man. And until the next lightning strike, man, y'all be blessed.